Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, just before we begin, a few things that I saw in the comments that I would like to talk about. First of all, those are general readings. I am catching on the energy, and this is what I'm sharing with you. It might not be a reading, I'm saying it all the time, so don't take on yourself a story that is not yours, obviously. If it stresses you out, so maybe, it might not be a good idea to listen to the reading. My intention here, of course, it is to share the energy and the messages that I'm getting, but above all, I am a healer, so what I want to do, it is to share with you as much knowledge as possible in order for you to gain discernment, awareness, self-awareness, all those kind of things, right? So I kind of feel that this is a little bit maybe the difference between my readings and the other ones. I'm not here in order to give you some kind of fortune telling, all of this. Yes, I am reading the energy, I am reading the situations, but it's more about truly sharing with you as much insights as I can. This is what I am guided to do in my readings. So, anyway, just once again, if it stresses you out, it's your responsibility. You are supposed to know what is your situation, and whatever resonates, resonates, whatever doesn't, right? So I thought that it was something important to say. This being said, let's get into a reading. I don't know why I am attracted by this deck. It's not often the case that I'm attracted by this one because the code words are very, very limited, but I don't know why I am attracted, so this is what I'm taking. I'm thinking if there is anything else that I wanted to share with you. I apologize about the cuts, the sound cuts in the reading. As said, I have to leave my phone open, which usually I don't do, but now I know that it just cuts the sounds if a message is coming in. Now I closed. It is on airplane mode, so we shouldn't have any issue. But I might need to interrupt the reading. It might be, but you will just maybe see a little difference in how things are you will see the cut if there is, but it will still be one video, right? I will just put all the pieces together. So I hope you are doing good, that everything is fine with you. Let's see what are the messages that we are getting. Apparently none. Let's see. Okay. So we have moving in reverse, intuition in the upright. I love that. It is in the second position, the intuition. So this is regarding people. So it's great. Liar in reverse. Okay, this is the driving energy. So it might be that, this is what we have in the foundation. I wanted to say with the liar that it might be that somebody realized that you are not a liar, or a liar is exposed. Here, with the narcissist, it might be that a liar is exposed, and that now people maybe also know that you are not a liar, right? We have luck is on your side. Fire sign in reverse. With the fire signs, we are talking about Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be for me what I'm taking here. It is more the energy of the fire, which is intuition, instincts, passion. It can also be anger. All those kinds of energies. It might also talk about sexual energy. Let's see, let's take 3 more. They'll be back. Let go in reverse, and earth sign. With the earth sign, I'm taking it once again as the energy of the earth sign, which is talking about stability, being realistic, foundation. It also talks about manifestation. If you want to know the earth signs, we are talking about Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Okay, so let's see. Somebody cannot move from a situation. This is the setting and the subject. With the moving here, I'm not taking it like moving houses. I'm not taking it this way. I truly take it as they are stuck in a situation, considering everything that I'm seeing here. They thought that luck would be on their side, and this might be why they decided to do whatever they decided to do. We already know here in the foundation we have someone who is full of themselves, who see everything through the lens of their ego. We are not talking here about someone acting from their higher self. We are talking here about somebody who will make up realities that fits their own narrative without considering the consequences of other people. We know that narcissists have no empathy. They might be very cruel, sometimes even sadistic. Um, so yeah, so I kind of feel here that what's going on, it is that people might now be awakening to the fact that they have totally misread a situation here. I guess about you, right? Because this reading is for you. So now they are listening to their intuition. It is written on the card, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later, right? So here I kind of feel that they might have listened to this narcissist. You know, there is something that comes to my mind that I want to share with you, is that often some people are totally charmed by the narcissist and they don't see the truth. Sometimes the narrative that the narcissist is sharing is fitting their own narrative. For example, somebody that doesn't like you for a reason or another. So if somebody is coming to them and telling them a story about you, they will eat it up because they like it, right? Because they don't like you. So this might also be, and they might not like you not because you are not likable. It might be out of jealousy, out of envy, out of projections, all those kind of things, right? We know that. And they might also be people who are afraid of the narcissist. They don't want to become the target. So the issue here is that very often, instead of just taking distance of the narcissist, they don't. They are afraid, and so they are charming the narcissist, and it is just giving more power to the narcissist at the end of the day, right? Even though they might see through the lies and they might see through the egocentric behavior. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's not good. It's not good, right? So, whatever with the fire element here, right? For me, it kind of associates itself well with the narcissist. I'm seeing the first house talking about the ego. The ego is not an issue, right? If your ego is healed, it's not an issue. The word ego itself is not a problem. It depends if all is about ego, and if your ego is unhealed, then it is a problem, right? But here with the fire sign, as said, I'm seeing the first house that for me is talking about the ego. We are talking about the outer persona, how people are seeing us, judging us. I also see the sign of the Leo, which is not always narcissistic, but they might be, you know, they often give some kind of importance on how people are looking at them, right? So this being in the reverse, and it is in the sixth place, what must be done? So somebody should have stopped acting from their fiery energy, which here I'm taking as broken ego, wounded ego, and anger. This is what I'm taking here. Okay. So, their karma, in fact, it is that they cannot let go of what they did in the past, right? It is coming to some kind of manifestation. There is some kind of manifestation which is the result of what they did in the past, presenting you as a liar or now being exposed as a liar. They will be back. This is in the seventh position. This is the place of healing. So this is kind of telling me that they might want to approach you to somehow try to repair the narrative, change the narrative, something like that. What it mainly tells me here, it is that they are not healing, right? They just want to come back. I don't see here any element of healing. Let's say that if intuition was here, so it might have been more talking about healing. If it was the liar, it might have been in the upright or reverse, it might also have been talking about healing. Here they'll be back. What does it mean? Considering everything that we have here, they are kind of stuck with this fire energy in reverse. They are stuck. There is something here manifesting itself, blocking them. They are blocked, right? We have the moving in reverse, we have the let go in reverse, so they cannot move from what they did at the end of the day, right? Okay, so this being said, let's get into the cards and let's get a little bit more information about all of this. I will put this card like this. Okay. I don't know why I feel like using this deck. I don't use it very often, but I don't know. I was attracted to it today. Today apparently I'm using all kind of decks that I'm usually not using a lot. I don't know why. Maybe there's a shift in the energy. So, just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it's a group reading, which means that it might be for you and it might not be for you. So please, take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. I'm here in order to give you a little bit more information, insight or confirmation about something that you are already aware of. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I'm not especially talking about the gender. I'm talking about the energy from where somebody is operating. So please apply it however it applies to the people in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. Let's get a little bit more information here. Tell me here about the moving, please. Oh. Okay, so in fact, the moving in reverse here, it is related to they'll be back. Right? We have here the Magician that came out and the Two of Cups. So, apparently, they cannot emotionally move from you. This I didn't see coming. Okay. So they want to manifest a new beginning with you. So we are talking here about somebody who is emotionally stuck. I kind of felt here more that they were stuck because the truth was coming out and they wanted to do some kind of damage control. But in fact, I'm attracted to the fire sign here in reverse, and I kind of feel that it might even be that they might have been, I don't know why I get a black magic, you know, getting down of some kind of black magic, but we might not be talking about black magic. We might be talking about someone who was totally blinded by their own anger, frustration, all those kind of things. And now it has somehow shifted, maybe calmed down, maybe because there is some kind of exposure of a lie. but there is kind of this shift of energy, and it kind of feels now that they truly want to manifest some kind of reconnection. Can you see all the cards? Yes, you can. I can even move them a little bit more, I think. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Okay, so I have to say this, right? The let go here in reverse is in the place of karma. So I kind of feel that there is some kind of higher power that is intervening here, telling them, you thought that you could just forget about it. No, 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 no. I will put you in a situation now where it will hurt you, it will hurt your heart. You will be obsessed by them. You will want to be in their life. You will see their value now, and you will regret everything that you did, because now you will suffer from the consequences of what you did, not because of other people, but because now you have lost access to someone that you truly, truly want to have access to, right? This is kind of what I feel here. Okay, interesting. So the moving in reverse, yeah, I'm attracted now to the heart here on the house. So yeah, so emotionally they are unable to move. Very, very interesting. I didn't see that coming. Intuition. Tell me more about the intuition. Okay, the Six of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Six of Wands in reverse, they lost. They know that they lost. They lost you, right? Obviously here, because they didn't see you as the opportunity that you were, or they just saw you as an opportunity, but more an opportunity in order to feed their ego, maybe get close to your people that might not be your people anymore, if they gave their power to this person, right, that wanted to destroy you, that lied about you. Okay, so yeah, the Six of Wands in reverse, they don't have the support of other people anymore. I kind of feel, that someone who might have even used you in... I will tell you something. There are some people, right? They will never talk about themselves, and they are always gossiping and talking about other people. This is what they are doing, right? And so I kind of feel that we might even be talking here about someone who somehow used you in order to occupy the space of conversation, right? So maybe in order to get close to some kind of people, maybe in order to make themselves interesting, they were talking about you, right? With the Six of Wands here in reverse, I kind of feel that nobody is listening to them anymore. There is some kind of manifestation here with this Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. Tell me about the intuition here with this Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's what I felt. I felt like the Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity, the value, right? It was seen now that it was in you. We have the Liar here, right, in reverse. And now we have the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about mastery, somebody very, very dedicated. So I kind of feel that people has realized with this intuition here that you are someone who is very, very dedicated, right? Very serious, you apply yourself, you respect what you are doing, and maybe what you are doing needs for you to be very authentic, very honest, all those kind of things, and that it's totally what you are, right? So now they see that in fact you are here the opportunity, you are the value, And so they are not supporting them anymore. With the Six of Wands in reverse, they don't have how to support anymore. Okay, interesting. Let's see the Liar. What should we know about the Liar in reverse? Very, very interesting. We have once again the Eight of Pentacles, but now it is in reverse, right? So here's the thing. People realize that they are liars because it is obvious that you are in self-love, in self-care, in self-respect, that you are stable. With the Nine of Cups, we are talking here truly about someone who is enjoying their own presence. This is fulfillment of self. So if they have presented you in some kind of way that goes in opposition with that, right? Maybe saying that I don't know that you live some kind of life, you know, that shows lack of respect. If they said that you were mentally unstable, if they said that you have no self-respect, if they said that maybe you were chasing them, I don't know, whatever the narrative is in your story, right? It doesn't align. It doesn't align, right? We also have here, I'm taking the time because as you can see here, the cups are emotions, the swords are voices, and the pentacles are materials. So I'm taking the time to translate all the time for you. So here we have the Eight of Swords. People were blind, right? They were blind, they didn't see the truth, they realize it now because what we have here around this blindness and being in a mental prison, I kind of feel that they realize that this person that lied about you is in a mental prison, right? They see things from a very, very limited perspective. The angle of their perception is totally filtered by their narcissistic self, right? So at the end of the day, they realize that this person who might even present themselves as someone who has some kind of level of understanding, in fact, they have none. Whatever they were working so intensely, because here we are with mastery, it is in reverse. So they invested a lot of time and energy into creating some kind of narrative, right? And at the end of the day, it didn't work. It didn't work because they were blind to a reality, or they thought that people would just eat up their story and never check you. And when they check you, what they are seeing, in fact, it is that you are in this Nine of Cups energy. Self-love, self-care, we are with the cups. So you are somebody loving and caring and patient and understanding. So it doesn't fit the narrative that they presented, right? Okay, tell me about the narcissist here. What should the collective be aware of? Oof. Yeah, listen, we are talking here about someone that was totally acting recklessly and out of jealousy. We have the Queen of Wands here in reverse. This is a nasty energy. This is a bully. This is somebody jealous. This is somebody envious. It's a very, very ugly energy. Very ugly. This is somebody very immature, emotionally immature, that are all in the, yeah, a bully, right? A bully acting totally recklessly. The Knight of Wands here, totally reckless, arrogant, hot-headed, temperamental. They feed themselves from conflict, let's be honest, right? We have someone here who is in an inner war, right? In fact, they hate themselves, even if it might not be conscious, but at the end of the day, someone who is jealous, they feed self-hate, right? Because there are two ways, you know. Somebody can admire someone, right? And so there might be some kind of element of jealousy, but it is pushing them in the right direction, right? Because they are getting inspired by their jealousy. Here, it's not what we are talking about at all, right? Knight of Wands in reverse, they want to destroy you. They're totally reckless. They don't care about the consequences of their actions. They are not considering anything. They are driven by their karmic fire energy. This is what we have here, right? And so, very interesting, we also have here the Knight of Swords. So the truth is cutting through, right? I kind of feel that they didn't expect people to look at you, to look you up, to observe you, which people totally did. And so there is some kind of cutting truth that is coming to light now. So I kind of feel that people can truly now see that this person was coming from a very, very karmic place, from a jealous place, envious place, overbearing even. They might, be talking about you all the time. So they started with a narrative, painting you in some kind of light that was not true, right? And now imagine, because they said all those things about you, and we know now that their karma is that they are unable to let go. And it's not just that they are unable to let go of the story itself, they are emotionally unable to let go, right? So they are emotionally they would like to be able to take back their words and change what they said, right? Because they were feeding some kind of narrative of hate, and now kind of feel that, the hand of the highest have put some kind of softness, love inside of their heart. And so now, it's not just that emotionally they feel things differently, but it's also all this narrative that they created about you, that they are stuck with it now. Very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Okay. So, we have here the yes. Luck is on your side. Let's get a little bit more information about that. So this is the path shift, the test, the change. Tell me more about this. Listen. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Empress. Yeah, they cannot let go, you understand? This truly tells me that there is some kind of divine intervention here, right? And I can hear you say, but I don't know, I just want them to release, I don't want them to be in love with me, I don't want this, I don't want that. I feel you, but we are talking here about a narcissist. So a narcissist, they don't let go anyway, So what do you prefer? That they wouldn't let go and being still in this angry, resentful energy, or that they are coming from a softer place. Anyway, they don't let go. We know that, right? So I feel you. I understand you. You don't want that. But this is what there is. Yeah, they cannot let go. They are holding on there. But I truly feel here, right? I truly feel that there is some kind. I'm smiling because this is so funny, right? There is truly this divine intervention of saying, so anyway, you are holding on and you don't want to let go. So you want to hold on to your story? No problem. I will change what is inside of you, right? I will change what is inside of you. And so now you will be in this battle that you created in the outside. Because now you have to deal with your own feelings, right? It's not anymore, with the narcissist, it's all about what people think about them. So now it is not anymore it can still be on the side, on the parallel, you know, what people think about them. It's still very, very important. But now the essence, the base of their issue is them with themselves, because now they see you as the empress, right? The empress, you might be a masculine, you might be a feminine, it doesn't matter. The empress represents all the queens. So somebody very loving, caring, abundant, attractive. With the Queen of Wands, very attractive. The Queen of Swords, very intelligent, clear-minded, wise, expresses herself very, very clearly, right? The Queen of Cups, we know intelligence, emotional intelligence, patience, care, all those kind of things. And the abundance of the Queen of Pentacles, right? Which has the love expression of the Queen of Pentacles. It is, you know, cooking the food that people like, the ability to truly see others. We are talking here about value, but we are talking about human value. Even though we are with the Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, she is abundant, but she is also abundant because of her nature. It is not that the abundance that she has comes in fact from the fact that they are not obsessed with money. Money comes to them because they treat value with respect, right? Very interesting. Okay, the fire sign in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse, the Chariot. I want to take one more. Yeah, we have divine intervention here. This is so funny. Seven of Cups. Yes, listen. So, the Nine of Wands in reverse, right? The Wounded Warrior in reverse. This is talking about being exhausted. So they might be a little bit paranoid also right now. Yeah, they are exhausted. They are exhausted by themselves, by what they did at the end of the day, right? So with this Chariot, I truly see here the divine intervention, right? They want to move forward. They are pushed to move forward, right? But they don't know what to do. The Seven of Cups, they don't know what to do. They are checking their options and they don't know what to do because they know that they have exhausted you, that you might be paranoid towards them. Paranoid. It's not that you are paranoid, it is that if you are dealing with this, it's not that you are paranoid, you might be very, very protective, obviously. Especially that we know that this person has lied on you, right? So you might truly, your boundaries might be totally, totally up. But at the end of the day, they are the ones that are anxious. They are fearful now because there is some kind of element here pushing them forward. So it might be truly they want to come back or they have to come back, might also be for some kind of reason. And it's an issue because if they have to come back, they are still now, before they might have not cared about you. So even if they had to somehow come back for a reason or another, maybe because there is a whole situation here and they are pushed to come and apologize before, even though their ego might have had a huge issue with that, but you were kind of irrelevant, right? But now, what you think about them is extremely important. This makes it 10 times more difficult, right? So yeah, we have the Chariot here. I will still check it. And we have the Seven of Cups. They are very confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know what route to take. I kind of feel that they don't know what you don't know. They don't know what you truly feel. Tell me about the Chariot. I kind of feel also that you have totally moved forward here. The Chariot, Judgment in reverse. Okay, the King of Swords and the Chariot again. This is very, very interesting. The Hierophant. Yeah, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, they know now that you have a very negative judgment about them. You totally see the truth. They are very much afraid of what you could tell them. Very much afraid. Yeah, I kind of feel that they are truly, divinely forced to confront you in some kind of way. And it's not confront you in a war energy, right? It is. I kind of feel that they are put in a situation that is very, very important. They have to thrive in whatever they need to do, right? They have to succeed. And it is a situation that they have never been in. So they don't know how to deal with it. You know, it's like someone who every time that something becomes uncomfortable, they are ghosting, right? They are blocking, they are ghosting, it's done and over with. And then they are smear campaigning, and so they have all their friends around them, and so they feel strong. And now they don't feel strong at all. They feel very, very weak. And especially that I kind of feel here truly that there is a divine force that puts in them the awakening of their heart, which is for them a catastrophe, because I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone who's totally avoidant, right? And I kind of feel that they know that with the way that you are living, we are talking here about the Hierophant, somebody with values, with respect to traditions, a teacher. You know that they are not operating from their heart space, even though now their heart space might have opened. I tell you, I kind of feel that the highest have lit a candle inside of their heart, which is a catastrophe for them. They don't know how to handle it, right? They are totally unhealed, obviously, right? But I kind of feel here that they know that there is no way, you know? You might have tried before to talk to them in order to show them things differently. And they didn't want to hear it, but it was just coming from their own perception, their own wounds, their own jealousy, their own envy, their own whatever it may be, right? But now they know that they need to come to you, right? But you will refuse whatever they might say. You might just listen, but it won't change anything, right? While before you wanted them to change their perception by sharing the truth, and they didn't want it. They didn't want to hear it. Now they know that they need to do the same thing. But you will reject them, but it's not based on projections, it's not based on jealousy, on envy, on insecurity, on ego, on stubbornness. It's not. Arrogance, entitlement, it's not. They will be rejected for who they are. You might have been rejected for an image that they had about who you are. Now it's totally different. You will reject them for who they truly are, right? So let's see here. They'll be back. Tell me please about they'll be back. they thought, right, that you had no value. They thought that you would be in the cold, you would be miserable, you would be this, you would be that. They didn't even doubt it. It was obvious. They might have also seen you as miserable, rejected, all those kind of things, right? While you might just be an introvert, you might just have met them at a period in your life where you were concentrated on other things. Your social life was not so important to you anymore because you were, I don't know, busy doing whatever, right? But they saw you as a reject of society, you know? I don't know how to say that. You know, someone that people live in the cold, nobody likes you, nobody want to deal with you, nobody this, nobody that, right? And at the end of the day, they realize that it's absolutely not the case. It's absolutely not the case. So they have just added to your misery, which might be the reason why you will never ever open the door to them, right? Because if they already thought that you were in a miserable place, why add to the misery? This truly shows a character, right? This shows a character. You know, people who are manipulating people because they are kind and loving. This is the ugliest part, because if you are trying to manipulate a manipulator, fair game, fair game. You are just, you know, doing the same thing. But no, what are they doing? They are going for the easy route. So they are going to people who are trusting and loving and caring and understanding. This is the ugly part here, right? So they thought that you were miserable, and they just try to do it worse. Right? Yeah. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now they realize their mistake. Yeah. And so now they see you as a missed opportunity. Yeah. I kind of feel here with the they'll be back, right? That first of all, what is holding them from coming back, it is the feelings that they have for you. Before they didn't respect you, now they respect you. So it is much more scary. Talking to somebody you don't respect, it's easy. Talking to somebody that you respect and they don't respect you anymore, and it's based on who you have shown yourself to be, this is truly scary. This is why they want to approach you, but they don't want to approach you at the same time, right? And so there is also this element that they were truly looking you as somebody miserable, somebody in the cold, rejected, someone that wouldn't do anything from their own life, and they realize now that they totally misread you, misread your situation, even though you might have explained yourself. It doesn't matter, they didn't listen. Now I kind of feel that they are forced to listen. The Chariot, we saw it twice, right? With the moving also, we saw the Two of Cups here. Okay, let's go in reverse. Yeah, whatever they try to do, we have the Two of Wands here. Their plan didn't work. Why? Because they planned considering that you were somebody that you were not. This is why it didn't work, right? Kind of feel here that they cannot even see what is going on in your life. I talked about it in the last readings also, that I kind of feel that they are still trying to get into your business. I kind of feel that maybe physically they can do it. So if they were truly stalking you in real life, I kind of feel that they cannot do it anymore for some kind of reason. If they had people helping them, I don't feel that they have those people helping them anymore. But I kind of feel that even if they were hacking your devices, somehow they don't succeed anymore. But they are still trying. So I told you in another reading, don't click on any link, right? I forgot to say also in SMS, if there is a link, don't click on it, right? Yeah, because they don't succeed. Look at the image here. You see the person trying to see what's going on in order to be able to plan their next move. It's in reverse. They cannot succeed to see what's going on with you and with your life. Temperance. Yeah, and they need to bring some kind, alchemize this situation in some kind of way. Yeah, they have to. They know. If we are talking here about someone who truly did some kind of black magic, they know that it is all backfiring on them, right? So they are trying to alchemize this situation in some kind of way. They might have realized that all the bad energy that they have sent to you, you have alchemized it in power, right? So now all the back all this dirty energy, right? This black magic energy is backfiring back to them, right? So they are desperate to try to bring some kind of balance in the situation because right now they are in the place that they saw you to be, right? The Five of Pentacles. Okay, Earth sign. So interesting. Earth sign, two Earth cards came out. We have the Six of Pentacles here, right? They kind of hope that, or they can repair somehow, maybe by paying, or they might hope that you will be generous towards them. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. With the Earth sign, we are with the element of Pentacles. We have two cards of Pentacles that came out. Here, one talking about fairness, and the other one, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I explained to you what it means. Somebody very stable, loving, caring, abundant, clear-minded. This is kind of telling me you have the power, you know? You have the power. They thought that they could bring you down, right? And make you beg for them. They wanted to be superior to you. At the end of the day, what I feel here, it is that there is a total reversal of situation. And when I'm saying reversal of situation, it's at the end the reversal of situation in their mind, because in reality, you have never been in this Five of Pentacles energy. They have put you. If you were in this Five of Pentacles energy, miserable, feeling rejected, being in the cold, all those kind of things, they created that. They created that, right? Before them, without them, you wouldn't be there. It's their own creation. But even though all what they did, we have here this card in reverse, right? This is also talking to me about backfiring, especially that we have here the Page of Pentacles. So their manifestation didn't come to light. This is a missed opportunity, right? So let me check here. Very, very interesting reading. Even though it kind of sums up all kind of things that we already knew, but I kind of feel that it still brings some kind of color here. Ending with this Six of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Tell me here. Yeah. Listen. They are going to play the victim, right? And they hope, but it's stupid because we have also the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is logical. She's logical. She's not a dreamer, right? She is looking at the facts, right? Kind of feel that all this situation might have forced you into disconnecting, learning how to disconnect from your heart space in some kind of situation, which might not have been the easiest thing to do for you, but this is what you had to do. You had to learn to see the facts, operate from the facts. And so, you are this Queen of Pentacles, right? Practical, seeing the reality, the concrete reality in front of you, and now they want to talk to the Queen of Cups energy inside of you, and they want to play the victim. This is what they want to do, right? They will play the victim, saying that their life is going to shambles, that they don't have the support of anyone anymore, that you could truly help them, right? Yeah, so they hope that you will be generous towards them. This is what they are hoping. That because you are so stable, right? So abundant, that you don't need anything, that you would be generous towards them. I don't need that anymore. I totally understood what's going on here. So let's get to closure. Let's get to closure. Let's get to closure. Closure, please. What's the closure for the collective? So interesting. Okay, listen. The Ace of Cups, they are overwhelmed by their own feelings. Overwhelmed, right? They want a new beginning. They want a new beginning, but they are totally obsessed. They are totally obsessed, right? But I truly feel here, right, that anyway they were obsessed. Anyway, there was some kind of trauma bonding, right, that was full of karmic energy, right? It was made, it was even maybe very schmexual. If we are talking about this kind of relationship, right? It might be truly very, you might have been the subject of their fantasy, their schmexual basic fantasy, right? This is what it might have been in the past. Kind of feel that now it is related to their heart space. And I tell you, I kind of feel that this is the lesson for them. They thought that they could keep it however they wanted to keep it, you know, very cold, very opportunistic, very, you will become who I need you to become, you are not important. You know, it might also be someone who is schmexually attracted to sleazy, if you understand what I mean. And you are not. You are not. You represent something totally different. And now it is no more a schmexual obsession. It is their heart calling to you, right? But the obsession is still here. The obsession is still here. They want this new beginning because they are overwhelmed by their feelings. Overwhelmed. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else here? Is there anything else? Yeah, they totally lost their balance. The Four of Wands in reverse. They are sad, unhappy, no balance. Kind of feel that they feel next to themselves. There is the element of home here. And when I'm talking about home, I'm talking about the relationship that you have with yourself, right? Which I kind of feel that before it was just fed by their ego. And so they might have felt stable in their ego. But now that the heart is there, right? What they thought that they could just put to the side, they are missing you. There is the element of missing you. And we might even be talking about family. We might be talking about friends. I don't know. But this person is missing you now, which they didn't expect. They didn't expect to have this emotional bondage with you, right? Which makes them feel very, very unstable. Very unstable. But they know that you see the truth about them, right? Yeah. Queen of Cups in reverse, once again. But you see, you know, they will play here the victim. They will try to justify, and all it will do is just confirm to you that they haven't changed, that they haven't healed, right? Yeah, they want you to work with them. They want you to work with them, right? This is what they want. You took distance. You took distance. You are peaceful now. Nine of Swords in reverse. After they have created nightmares in your life, you are at peace now. And they are stressed out. They are totally stressed out. They are stressed out. They are confused. Yeah, nostalgic. Listen. Six of Cups. Very, very nostalgic. Very unstable. Yeah, because you've got the power. You've got the power. You are in a great place. We have the Ten of Cups here. The Strength, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, they think that they will be able to emotionally manipulate you, right? They are not learning their lessons. This is Judgment in reverse. They are not learning their lessons. Yeah. You had to grieve this connection, this relationship, right? You are looking to the other side. You are looking to the other side. Yeah, they are heartbroken now, and I truly feel that there is some kind of heartbroken. You know that usually when we are talking about a narcissist, the heartbroken, for me, it's not heartbroken, right? It's their own thoughts that are difficult to deal with them, right? But here I kind of feel, I tell you, I kind of feel a divine intervention. Let me just remind you, right? If you are somebody very, very hopeful, it's not because somebody connects now to their heart space that they are healed, that they operate differently, right? So please, it's great to be hopeful, but be hopeful for yourself. Don't be hopeful for the change of other people, because this is a trap, right? Yeah, I kept those two out. Strength, Ten of Cups. You are heading towards, look, you are heading towards your Ten of Cups, the happily ever after, right? Because you took control over the situation. That's it. Maybe simply by moving forward, the Chariot twice, moving forward. Because the Chariot here, yes, I feel that it is divine intervention for them, but also for you. Telling you, let it go. This story here, you have to let it go. It has exhausted itself. Carry your Empress energy, your Emperor energy, right? There is too much confusion here. Get yourself to a place where you are not miserable anymore, right? Because they keep you stuck. Listen to your intuition. Right? So, listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful, insightful, maybe even healing. I don't know. I'll read you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.